making his way back. We got some more matches. We got Europeans coming up. Let's check out. We got Sanji. Let's look at Sanji. Ooh, that audio.
European Jiu-Jitsu Championships in Lisbon. This isn't just a comeback. It's a masterclass in efficient Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, if I have to tell you what pushed me to come here today, really like an hour or maybe a whole lifetime for it. For many years, we have built something very special, and I think there's a lot of people throwing rocks at us, saying stuff. And I think the kids, I think the people, I think they need the good examples inside the sport, and I think it's my responsibility, my duty to come here and.
Shout out to Sanji, bro. We ain't got that many great examples in jiu-jitsu anymore. we got a ton of bad examples and uncouth behavior. So it's cool to see Sanji back. Let's watch some of these matches, man. See him crushing people. Nice. Oh, yo, Master's tough, man. Nice pressure, Sanji. Mount, maybe a choke. That's amazing. Yeah, man, Masters is tough, bro. Anybody out there saying Gi is dead? 6,000 people competed at Euros and are still competing over like a week or so. And then you got some legendary figures, Sanji. You got Andre Galvao here. Guys that are heroes of the sport. BJJ heroes. Let's see.
Shannon is a legend, multiple-time world champion. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. I know for sure that if he's here today, he's not here to play around.
Bar. Hey, bar sweep.
Man, I think like the first impression as Shanji is like, man, this guy is a legend, He fight like on the beginnings, He fight like on 1997, I think, 1998. And, like if you always follow Jiu-Jitsu, you always gonna be seeing him like fighting with Roger Gracie.
Saw him. He moved. Shanji never retired. He's been competing. When I stopped fighting idols, I think he moved from idols to master. He loves to compete. I think I just saw him, a post that he made. He said he don't retire from Jiu-Jitsu, he moved from idol to master, which, as a competitor, that's true if you want to carry on. He shows his weight, he has a super high level of Jiu-Jitsu. It's not fair with the masters. He should stop and give them a break.
I think he's pretty sharp, so both.
I think he just needed something like.
I'm not just avoiding the interviews. I just want to see the matches, guys. I'm sorry. Nice Slater sweep right to mount, you know. Armbar or choke? Yeah, armbar. Let's see it. Hey, oh, good defense. Hey, sweep.
These are things that really inspire.
5 fights, bro. That's a lot of matches. It's got to be absolute in weight class. It's great to see, man. Seeing the old guard still out there representing and competing. Let's see. Yeah, Kennedy, a lot of good matches. I don't know exactly what I want to see. Shout out to Davis Asari. He was over there training with John Thomas and the crew. Let's see. I might come back to some of this, but I think the main thing I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to talk about this new website my friend's starting. It's called IBJJFrankings.com. And the cool thing about this, if you guys can read here, it says it uses Elo Rating. So that's the same ranking system that they use in chess. And, for years we've made the association between chess and jiu-jitsu, but now that's kind of coming together. Actually, let's see if I can pull this up. So if you guys follow the IBJJF.com, let's see. They have their ranking system. The current one that we use right now. Let's see. I don't know if that shows it. So it's basically determined on your placing. Let's see if they have something that shows. So here, you compete, and depending on your placement, third place you get 1 point, second place you get 3 points, first place you get 9 points, and depending on the tournaments you go to, so say if you're in America, you do any type of open tournament. I don't see it over here. Let's see. Well, yeah, any of the open tournaments. They don't really say it here. I'm trying to find. Jiu-Jitsu Con, or I don't know. Any of the open tournaments, you get a multiplier of just 1. So whatever you got, just from the points base, that's your points. And then if you do American Nationals, Pan Pacific, South American, you get 2 times multiplier. So 2 times whatever the point. So 2 times 9, 18 points if you get first place. You do Asian Championship, you get 3 time multiplier. And then if you do Brazilian Nationals, European, Pans, Masters, International, South American, you get a 4 times multiplier. And then, of course, World Championship, you get 7 time multiplier. So the points are used to rank the athletes by division, age, and gender. And it's kind of cool to see your ranking. So the more you can compete, the more points you accumulate, hopefully, if you're placing. and they got a little example of how to count points. So say you do a Miami Open, and also based off the season. So the current season is the year of the World Championship, and so right now we're in the 2025 season that goes until Worlds 2025, and then you go into the next season. So it basically starts and stops at the World Championship, the previous World Championship, and so over time, so 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, your points are going to be weighed less. And so here you see an example, Miami Open 2024 last year, you would just get 3 points if you got third place. And then say you got second place at Pans 2022, you would have gotten 3 points times 3, I believe. Pan champion times 4. So 3 times 4, you would have gotten 12 points. But because it was almost 3 years ago, it's going to be weighed less, I believe. Is that right? Second place Pans. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing theirs. I don't know if this is current, so I'm not going to go based off of that. So anyway, your points are going to be weighed less depending on how far you competed. So if you competed in 2022, that was... Now it would be, I guess it wouldn't count anymore because they only go 3 years. After 3 years, your points don't matter anymore. They're not even counted anymore. So, so the issue with this ranking system is basically that it just rewards people that compete a lot. So you can game the system. So you could possibly not be as good, but you have more points. And the points, of course, there's a ranking, but in your matches, the ranking points are used to make the bracket. So if you guys know how a bracket works, let's see if I can pull one up for you guys. Dun, dun, dun. We had one recently that my friend posted. Let's see if I can find it. Give me 1 second, guys. Here's a great example. Let's see if I can export. All this technology, man. It's always something. Alrighty. Airdrop it. Hopefully it pops up. I don't know if it'll pop up. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Look at my files, guys. I'm trying to pull up the thing. Here we go. I don't know what screen you guys can see. I got a lot of screens. Got a dog barking in the background here. Thank you, doggy. Ooh, there we go. Rankings. It won't pop up. Come on. Where are you? Come on. Oh, it does not want to come up. All right, I think I got it. Hopefully I didn't show any files I wasn't supposed to. So here's an example. It's from This Europeans, and so again, we talked about the ranking points. So the more you compete, the higher your points, and so that your points are going to be used to determine your placement on a bracket. So in this case, it looks like we have one side of the bracket. You can see that Kennedy, he's ranked number 1, and over here we can see Cole Abbott, I'm not sure how he says his name, is ranked number 8, and you can't even see the other parts of the matches. But you can see here, because of the ranking, a lot of the times you get matches that should maybe be in the finals, they occur earlier because maybe a newer black belt like Cole doesn't have as many points, so his ranking might be lower than what it should be skill wise. Skill wise, he should be possibly third or fourth rank, and because of the placement of the ranks, the points and stuff, Cole's points, his ranking is going to be lower, just because he just got his black belt maybe last year. So I think just last year. So just accumulating the points, and you end up having these matches that should be in the semifinals occurring in like the quarters or the elimination matches. I don't even think this. Let's see, it doesn't even tell you on here, but this match probably should have been in the semifinals versus happening so early. So with the IBJJF rankings, that's one of the issues. It's not a clear indicator of skill. It's just participation. Okay. So with the new scoring that my friend's working on, the ELO, it should give you more of it's just a better model to gauge how well someone will compete versus another athlete. And then, say they beat someone better than them on the ELO scale or ranking, they get more points. But if they lose to someone, they lose points. And that can jump up or down depending on if there was a difference in weight or a difference in age category, which is something we can't really do with the IBJJF ranking. It's not very interactive. It's basically just a number that disappears eventually if you don't constantly compete. But with the ELO ranking, we'll go a little bit more detail of that, but with the ELO ranking, it's just more honest measure. So with the ELO ranking, I think my friend has some of them up. Let me see if I can find one. I'm trying to find one. I think now he's going through like all the data, because if you guys ever go on Flow Grappling, it's never like you're just searching up names. There's always like the middle name, or if it's a Brazilian person, they have 8 different names, and then it's hard to put that in a spreadsheet or a system. Let's see. I think he has some up here. Shout out to Dan Lucart. He's my friend that's putting all this together. Let's see, guys. I gotta move files around and then airdrop it. Let's see if it'll open up. Where did you go? There we go. Oh, I got too many files up. There we go. That's not what I clicked on. Where'd it go? There we go. So here's a little. So the site is not live yet, but this is more of a accurate measure of the skill. So there's a rating, and you can put the gender. Where's my cursor at? You can see the gender, age, belt, and weight class, and you can see more of a accurate measure. And of course, it looks. I used the Cole bracket earlier. He was ranked number 8 on IBJJF for that division, that featherweight black belt division. But if we look here, of course, you got some of the usual suspects. You got Diego Pato, you got Mayram, and you can see their score. So Diego's score is obviously the highest. He's, the favorite to win everything at featherweight and light feather. So he has a score of 2,337, and then Mayram, his score is like 1 point lower because they're right there with each other. And then here we have Cole, who's his ranking on this scale is even higher, which it should be because your scale, it should be based off who you beat, and it's just generalization of your skill, which you can't do with the IBJJF points. And then you see his score is like 2.263. And then you have some other guys. You have Samuel Nagai, Kennedy. And so IBJJF had Kennedy ranked number 1, I think, over Pato too. So based off this, Kennedy would be ranked number 6. And so you see how that would change the whole placement of the bracket. And just so you know, bracketing usually the top seeds usually fight the lower seeds until the top seeds kind of come together in those quarterfinals, semifinal matches. And it just, I mean, I want to say it's more exciting. Well, it is exciting when you get all these guys together. But it just kind of, I want to say, negates those upsets in the early matches, because you might have someone like Cole fight Kennedy first match, second match. And so what happens is that guys that should be medaling don't get anything. So that's what is going to kind of keep from happening. And you see some other guys on here. I mean, some of the usual suspects. And I think this also helps the newer people that are maybe, my friend Serpa's down there at 29. I can't see his score. 2084. So with the newer people, it does give them kind of like a more general ranking until they get more matches under their belt. And so as they beat more people, they're going to get more points. So say Serpa beat Pato, his score is going to go up a lot. Not exponentially, but it's going to be substantial. And, if you lose, you're not losing a lot of points, So it's just a great measure of your skill, which I think is interesting. And it's something, it's like just your probability, Think about like statisticians and actuaries, they use the data to kind of figure out what's the probability of this happening or that happening. And now we can look at the matches and see, okay, if Cole fights Kennedy, there's a better chance that Cole's going to win. I'm not saying it's impossible for Kennedy to win, but just right now with the ranking, it's closer for Cole. So it's like he's got a little bit more momentum going his way. And you got Isaac on there, some other people. So really interested to see how this system works out. And man, I'm pushing for it. I want to see. Hopefully it comes up. I want to see what my ranking is. It's probably not too good right now. So yeah, coming soon. Again, if you guys want to check that out, IBJJFrankings.com. Really good guys, Dan Lukehart and one of his friends. I believe his name is Will. I might be messing that up. So just to kind of go over the ELO ranking system, good old Wikipedia to the rescue. The ELO, I'm not sure if that's how you say it. That's how I'm saying it. Is a method for calculating the relative skill levels of players in zero-sum games such as chess or esports. It's named after the creator, Arpad Elo. Oh, maybe you just say Elo. I don't know. Let me click on that and see. Doesn't say. It doesn't say how you pronounce it. Well, I'll keep saying it. Hungarian-American physics professor. It was invented as an improved chess rating system over the previously used Harkness system, but is also used as a rating system in association football, soccer, American football, baseball, basketball, pool. Okay, so that's how they rank in other sports. So we're just so behind that we're finally now using this system. The difference in the ratings between two players serves as a predicator of the outcome of a match. Two players with equal ratings who play against each other are expected to score an equal number of wins. A player whose rating is 100 points greater than their opponent is expected to score 64%. If the difference is 200 points, then the expected score for the stronger player is 76%. So the bigger the point difference, the higher the likelihood of you winning. A player's ELO rating is a number that may change depending on the outcome of rated games played. After every game, the winning player takes points from the losing one. Okay, so that's cool. So the points don't just disappear. Like IBJJF, I might have 500 points one year. Like, I just killed it that year. I'm killing it. 500 points. Okay, 2-3 years later, I have no points. But with this system, I have my points, but I can lose points or gain points based off how I do. Okay, that's awesome. If a higher rated, let's see, if a higher rated player wins, then only a few rating points will be taken from the lower rated player. Okay, so if someone better, so say Pato fights, Serpa, that was the example I used. Let's see if I can find it. Is this one? Yeah, so Pato 2003-37 fights Serpa at 2084. If Pato loses, he's not gonna. If he wins, he doesn't gain too many points. Is that the right meaning? Maybe I messed that up. Let's see, guys. Or is it? If a higher rated player wins, then only a few rating points will be taken from the lower rated player. Okay, so we got Pato and Serpa fighting. So Serpa would only lose a few points if he lost to Pato, which they fought before. That's good, so it doesn't completely obliterate your points. However, if a lower rated player scores an upset win, many rating points will be transferred. So Pato could lose his first place position if he lost to Serpa. The lower rated player will also gain a few points from the higher rated player in the event of a draw. So that's cool. A lot of times in draws, I don't know how IBJJF. I don't know if we don't have draws in IBJJF. The only thing that would be considered a draw is a third place finish, because we have two third place finishers. Two guys get third place after doing their semifinals. So in that case, maybe they would have to do I don't know if they would do a repage like in wrestling, or maybe a third place match like they do in ADCC. And that way the points would be more pure. This means that the rating system is self-correcting. Players whose ratings are too low or too high should, in the long run, do better or worse correspondingly than the rating system predicts, and thus gain or lose rating points until the ratings reflect their true strength. Okay, so the more matches, which is what my friend is doing, he's kind of sifting through all the matches to get the data, and then that creates a better, more accurate model. The Elo ratings are comparative only and are valid only within the rating pool in which they are calculated, rather than being an absolute measure of a player's strength. While Elo like systems are widely used in two-player settings, variations have also been applied to multiplayer competitions. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. There's a little bit of mathematics right there, I think. Where did it go? I lost it. Here we go. So, and I think all this stuff, this is kind of what Dan and his partners are working on. They have to figure out all the points systems and standard deviation, all that probability stuff that I didn't really focus on. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And they kind of have some, chess has been using this system for a while, so, it's more established in jiu-jitsu. And a little bit of how you might calculate some of the ratings. I don't go all into that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If we look back at the system here, again, I really like that, because if you lose, you just, depending on if you were rated higher or lower, you might lose a lot of points or lose no points. So that's kind of interesting. And it's just, I think it's kind of cool to have more of an accurate gauge of how good someone is. And I think with the system, it's going to be possible to find those outliers and those new up and comers. So especially like kids from Brazil that no one knows who they are, but are secret killers. You can be like, oh, you can look at this rating and kind of scope them out a little bit earlier. Look at this one, number 11. Marcos Antonio Gomez Guedes. I wouldn't know who he is, but if I see, he's got a really high ranking score, he's higher than some of the guys that I do know of. And then if you can kind of see their scores in real time, going up or down, you see how he's got like the up and down arrows or new. So that's pretty interesting. And I think it's going to be a great tool going forward. Going to be a great tool. And speaking about chess, and Marcelo, one of the biggest influences on jiu-jitsu, especially in the 2000s, mid 2000s, was Josh Waitzkin's. If you guys watched my video on Joseph Chin, we talked a lot about his books, and you can see here he was a child prodigy, and he was kind of the inspiration behind the movie Searching for Bobby Fischer, which came out in the 90s, which was a great movie back in the day. And so chess prodigy, he partners up with Marcelo Garcia, and they open up their school in New York City, MG in Action. And I don't know if it has it on here. It says here he was a black belt under Marcelo Garcia. So yeah, MG in Action was actually one of the first websites, online websites, kind of like a I don't know if it was before. I don't know if we can search it up. Let's see. MG in Action. Would that come up? I don't think so. Let me look that up, guys. It was like the first. It was like the first. It's not coming up. It was like the first online website. I can't get out of Wikipedia. Come on. Put my city in there. Let's see. Yeah, it was like the first, I don't want to say virtual academy, but it was like the first online program, training database. That's the word I was looking for. So it's kind of like the first one, using that subscription model that you could just kind of go and then watch videos online. You know, before, of course, we had YouTube, but nobody was really putting content on there like that. So, and also no one super great like Marcelo Garcia was putting content out there. So Marcelo partners with Josh Waitzkin's, and then they create this program, MG in Action online. It's the first one. And I think they had like 2,000 something subscribers per month. You know, it was 2,000 times 20. I think it was $25 back in the day. Where's my calculator at? I have so many things that just won't pop up when I need it to. Got my flow grappling. You guys can see my next video coming out. It's kind of sitting in the way. Thank you. Get out of there. Can this get bigger? I can't even see what I'm doing, man. I got too many programs open. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Can see my next video topic. So yeah, I think there was like 2,000 people. I only kind of know this because I think when it came out, you know, they were actually paying some of the competitors to wear like an MG in Action patch. I don't think I did that one, but I did do Budo videos. I got like, I don't know if I got my registration paid or if they covered some money or something. I don't remember how much, but yeah, 2,000 times 25. That's per month. That's like $50,000 a month, guys. Can you imagine that? I mean, in New York, especially Manhattan, might not go that far, but everywhere else in the world, that would go very far. And that's just from the online. That's not the class. That's not seminars. That's not prize money. So at the time, it was revolutionary just because you couldn't go online and then figure this stuff out. And then here comes Marcelo Garcia, best guy in the world, showing you exactly what he does. And it would basically just show his classes and then him rolling. I can't even see the video here. I don't know why it's got a video I can't click on. But yeah, you could just watch his videos of him training and just kicking people's butts all the time. So it's pretty cool to see that. So this is a big one. I used it a little bit. I don't remember, but it was definitely the first. And then yeah, some other ones that are out, I think. Let's see what's another good one for you guys. If you guys are interested in studying online, of course, BJJ Fanatics. You guys got that one. You know, they always got some deals for you guys. Got some of us on there. Me, Cousin Tony, Sergi, some of the crew. 50% off. Let's see. Sub meta is really good too. I heard. I haven't used it, but I think Cousin Tony uses it. So the sub meta is Lachlan Giles's system. So, you know, he does courses. It looks like it's $20 a month or something. Oh, they got some other teams on here. They got B Team. They got Levi Jones. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. You got AOJ. AOJ Plus seems pretty good. You got some of the killers on there. Pato and Hoffa and Cole. So a lot of the guys winning right now. So yeah, the online, I mean, man, you guys have no reason to not be studying jiu-jitsu at this point. You know, I could only wish I had stuff like this when I was coming up, because it was just, I mean, we had instructionals, but you have to get the DVD, put it in a DVD player, fast forward, and just kind of just hope you got a good video. Yeah, we didn't know what was in the video, just had to hope that it was good. But now you guys have so many resources and the best guys in the world, you know, at your fingertips. So, yeah, I think we're going to watch a few more matches, but that was mostly what I wanted to cover. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Europeans. I don't know who's fighting the Europeans. They got the live. Oh, let's see. I might have live on here. I don't know. Well, I mean, my time difference is off, guys. They definitely in bed over there in Europe. I don't know if we got the live stream going. Let's watch these 10 submissions from purple belts. You know, purple belt's always exciting. Nice armbar, yep. Going tap, bro. Nice, that was nice. I missed that one. Let me rewind it, guys. I wasn't looking. Yo, that looked like a no-gi player to me over there, guys, doing the gi. Maybe he's on to something. Nice. Come on, guys. Got the juice screen. Boy. And guys, it's good to watch matches like this because purple belts are the future, up and comers. They are the up and comers right now, and then they'll be the future high level guys, in the blink. So we saw a lot of back take, submissions, rear naked chokes and stuff from the back, and then we saw arm bars from guard and then ankle locks. So I really like watching purple belts and the younger people because you'll see kind of especially with the big schools, you see what they're working on by watching what the lower belts are doing, and so you gotta watch out for that stuff. So if you're competing and you see, the guy's getting a Kyle Terra lock, okay, you better address that. Or, of course, taking the back and arm bars and stuff like that. That's been around forever. But the ankle lock stuff, especially from the guard, kind of newer. Of course, you had guys like Mikey kind of doing it early. Kavaka, a lot of other guys. Isaac. So now the kids are picked up on that, and then they're going to utilize it in their matches. So, man, it's been fun. I think I've been going for 52 minutes. A little impromptu. So I'm going to keep doing it this style. And hopefully, eventually, I would like to go live. I just know I get a lot of trolls, so I'm not in too much of a rush to get online and get those online responses from the live stream. So hopefully, you guys enjoy this video. And, of course, we'll be back next time. Peace out and ciao.